Hello and welcome to the brand new Friday night show called Ask Sid. You had Sid Says over the transfer window, and unfortunately the transfer window cannot go on forever and ever. And to be honest, I lost all my hair after all the Tottenham Hotspur transfer dealings, buying or not buying. So I've decided to put that on the burner now until January, and I've come up with Ask Sid. Basically, Ask Sid will be answering all your questions, any questions you have concerning anything to do with Tottenham Hotspur. Bang them into Sid in the comments down below. And every week I will be discussing what people have on their minds, what they want to get off their chest. And talking of getting it off their chest and having it on their minds, I have the lovely Simon from Premier Hotspur TV this evening as my first guest. How are you, Simon?
Yeah, it's going good, Sid. I just come off my one, so I literally ended that one, back onto this one. But yeah, all going good, Sid. Looking forward to tomorrow, and looking forward to this, getting into this fantastic player of ours, Ndombele. That's what we're calling him.
Ndombele Gascoigne. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Seriously. Seriously, I've been talking about this guy, and everyone's been saying, no, he's not right. He's not. We get his mentality right. Seriously, we've got an absolute hell of a player on our hands. So people's after someone with a bit of creativity. We've got it. We've got it. He's there. He's there on the training ground. He's there. Yeah. I mean, we need to. It looks like he's happy. It looks like he's training well. It looks like we've got him into the right frame of mind now, Sid, and hopefully Paratici's had a word. Nuno's had a word and said, "Listen, this is your last chance now." You know what I mean? Aurier's gone, Sissoko's gone, none of your mates are here. Crack on. If not, the ball's there. I think they've had some stern words and they needed it because I didn't want to give up on him. There's fans out there, everyone's got their own opinions. Said, I don't want to give up on him. I've been saying it all a long time. We're going all along. Let's not give up on him. It cost £64 million. We don't have to just keep chucking money down the drain, you know what I mean? And with his ability, he's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. You know what I mean? With his ability. It's his other side of this game. He needs to improve. If we can get that right, mixed with his ability, boom, it's like a bomb in it explodes. You know what I mean?
You know what? We was discussing this the other day, because obviously Sid Says finished and they were all like, what shall we do? And I said, you know what, there's a lot of burning questions. A lot of Tottenham fans have a lot of answers that they want from questions that not necessarily they're going to get an answer from Daniel Levy or from anyone in Spurs. So as a collective, we said, you know what, Sid Says done quite well, so why don't we get people to ask Sid? And obviously, I ain't going to have all the answers, but we can have a discussion. We can have other people's opinions. Not everyone's going to have the same opinions, but it was just a matter of, you know, at the moment, there's no better player to start off with than Tanguy and Ndombele because everyone who saw him, like you and me and everybody else, Spurs fans, last season or the season before, loved him. My eldest is 21. He absolutely adores Ndombele. Yeah,
absolutely.
He just wants to see him play. When he's on the ball, it's like, look at my guy. That's all he's constantly talking about. Yeah, and then for whatever reason, we don't know what's happened. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. Obviously, Jose Mourinho came in and he sort of messed it all up. And then we slowly started seeing less and less of Ndombele. Then he got injured. Then we just started saying his mentality is not right, his fitness is not right. He got dropped. And my boy's a season ticket holder. I'm not going to lie to you. As soon as the issues arose with Ndombele, he just said, I'm not coming to watch the games anymore because he was the reason I was coming. Yeah. And I've got two others and they were the same. And they were like, but if he's not playing, why is he not playing? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why he's not playing. You know, it's whatever's down to the manager, down to Daniel Levy. The other French players in his head or whatever, we don't know. Yeah. But bottom line is, this guy on his day, he is an unbelievable player. The things he can do with that ball, and some fans might agree, might not agree with me, but that is what we're missing. Somebody in that middle who can change games.
Exactly.
Yeah. Last week, Watford, for example, he was the kind of player that we needed to unlock their defense because Skip Højbjerg, as good as they are, they weren't going to unlock it.
No.
We needed somebody like him. Now, everyone's asking the same question. What is going on with Ndombele? The first question, I think we've actually got it from Paxton Road, and they say, do you think Ndombele will play against Palace, given our potential injuries?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's got to be, yeah. With Skip not in there, and as we were saying backstage there, said that when Nuno does play with Pierre and Skip, it's too defensive for me. It's too defensive. Pierre can probably do that job on his own. You know what I mean? And let the other two in that three join the three up top. You know what I mean? And get forward. And Tunguy's the man. He's the man to unlock defences. Get that boy on the ball. You know what I mean? I've said it all along. The guy, he doesn't like tackling. Doesn't like defending. You know what I mean? That's not his style of game. His strength is getting that ball and making it and make something happen. And we've seen it time and time again what he can do. So, as you said there, the magic of this guy, the goal against Sheffield United, where he just, bomb. I mean, that's not fluke. That he knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, the ability of this guy, and we definitely need someone like him to mark. We struggle against teams like Palace to unlock unlock a game where the game's not going our way. We're going to get one or two chances, and we need someone with a bit of magic. I mean, pass it into a Kane. I mean, pass it in through a defence. You know what I mean? And he is definitely the player. Definitely starting tomorrow. I don't care what anyone says. He's definitely not.
The thing is, right, season ticket holders or people that go to the game week in, week out, and I've said this to many, many people, we know exactly what's going on because we're watching that game from wherever we are, whether we're in the gods or on the floor, wherever. We're watching every single player, what they're doing off the pitch, on the ball, off the ball, right? If you're watching it on Sky, or if you're watching on BT or Amazon or wherever,
you're not getting all that. Yeah,
you're not getting the full picture.
Right?
So this, he's not this, he's not that. We know what he does when he's on the ball, when he's not on the ball, the skills that he does to create this and that, and it's just beggars belief that a player of his potential is completely frozen out.
Yeah.
I don't
totally agree.
It's beyond belief. I mean, I'll just show you some of the stats that we've got so we can discuss this in depth as well. So I'll just play the little 30-second video and you can just have a quick deck. So I've just narrowed it down to basically is last season. I don't get this still. Okay, let me just move this. I don't know. I can't. It's not that one. I'm just trying to work this one out. Sorry. Right. No, it's not that one. Is it that one? I can't get it up there. But basically, so at Lyon last season, or 2018-2019 season, 34 matches played, 31 starts, 2,690 minutes of football he played, and he scored 1 goal, 7 assists. He had 31 shots with 8 on target, and his passing was 1,986. That's his passes attempted. So that season, and I think of that season,
that's a lot. That's a lot of passes.
Yeah, it's a lot of passes, isn't it? I mean, again, if you look at that, that's 1,986, which is a lot.
But only 7.
Yeah, his goals, his assists. Okay,
it's a joke for the ability of this man. You know what I mean? It's
100%. But if we look at 2019 and up to 21 season, right? He's played 54 games for Spurs, 40 starts. He's done 3,000, just under 3,100 passes. He's only scored 4 assists. Look at his shots on target. He's had 27 in 30, in 50 odd games. And look at his passing, his attempted passes. He's nowhere near what he had in that one season at Lyon.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. As I said, if you combined his both seasons at Lyon, his both seasons at Tottenham, 120 games, 6 goals, 17 assists, and that is just not good enough for the quality and the ability of this man. We need to find the reason. What's going on? Because it must be. I don't think it's the physical side of it. I think it's the mentally side of it. It's in there, and we need to try and unlock it.
100%.
And get him playing again. Because if you can go back to his Lyon days when he was in the Champions League, that game against Barca, that game against City, absolutely terrorised them. And then he comes to Tottenham. He didn't really hit the ground running. Okay, he got a goal against Villa, but he hasn't really got the grit. We see glimpses, Sid, in it, and that's not good enough for Tottenham, is it? For £64 million, we need it's consistency is the key. And Nuno somehow has got a massive job on his hands. He's got a massive job as it is. Managing Tottenham, trying to get us back where we want to be, but he's got an absolute job trying to turn Tanguy's career around at Tottenham. And can Nuno do it? And I've questioned Nuno's appointment. I'm not a huge Nuno fan, but I'm going to give him a go. Tottenham, he's a Tottenham manager. We have to back him, but who knows? But we've got to see more. To me, but if there's no Skip, I don't want to play Winks tomorrow. I don't want to see this guy nowhere near that team. 100%. Absolutely not. I'd rather play a 70% Tanguy tomorrow over Winks. But play him in the right role. It's not like just saying as well, just chuck Tanguy in. Nuno has to find a role for him. It's not like not work around him and have like he's just our special little player. You know what I mean? But we need to find the correct role for him. You know what I mean? And the correct role is just behind that striker where he can pick up balls, do his magic, put a ball in between defenders, you know what I mean, for the striker. And that's what he does good, and that's what he does. To me, if we can get that side to him and somehow not tell him, forget about the defence, forget about defending, things like that. Just concentrate on what you can do on the ball, you know what I mean? But in football now, you've got to have both sides of the game, Sid, and this is the problem. He hasn't got both sides of the game, does he? He hasn't got the energy. This is it.
Before we just continue further, I'd just like to welcome everyone that's joined us on the stream today. Sean Hurl's in the house. Sean Snow's in the house. Michael A. Mike Hustler. Everyone, thank you for joining in. If any of you guys have got any questions with regards to Ndombele, please put them in the comments box and I will definitely get into them. Sean Hurl reckons that give him 15-20 minutes from the bench tomorrow and then start him on in France on Thursday in the UEFA Conference League. He also says, this is quite funny, he said, at Sid Spurs, A, starter, B, dessert, or C, both. Actually, Sean, we can have him a starter, right? Let him be the main man on the pitch, and then he can have Crystal Palace for dessert. Simple as job done.
There you go. Sid's answered
it. Exactly. Another one is, will we be able to cope without Son, Sid, and Simon? Do you know what? Good question. I personally think if Son's not playing and we've got Ndombele and Gill playing, right, with Mora, Bergwijn as well as Kane as well. So I think it can be done. We won't get the intensity, the passion and the full commitment that Son offers everyone every game. But I think we've got to get used to Son not playing, and if he's injured, like he is potentially.
But saying that said, this Son, he hasn't been great this season. Everyone's got to look at performances. He hasn't been fantastic. Okay, he got the winner against who did he get the winner? He got the winner against City. And apart from that, Sid, he hasn't been. I think he's carrying an injury, and I think this is what it's come down to. Because of it, was it Wolves? Was it when he had them strip things on? He had them on his leg, on his calf, and you could tell he pulled up. He did pull up, and he was. But he played through it. To me, can we survive? Can we? Yeah, of course we can. Of course we can. Yeah. We can't rely on one player all the time. This is the problem. What Tottenham's done over the last God knows along. We've relied on Kane too much, relied on Son too much, and when these two don't play, that's it. I mean, we just fall to pieces. And I'm glad that it looks like Brian Hill is going to get the chance tomorrow. I mean, because the only way they're going to improve, they're going to prove that what a player they are is being given a chance. You know what I mean? As I said in my stream, you won't go to a job if you go to a job and saying, they said, "Oh, you haven't got the experience for this job," and that. Or how do you know? I mean, because you haven't given me the chance. And it's the same as football. I mean, if you don't give these youngsters the chance, where you wouldn't know where they are in their development. Same with Scarlett. You can go along with that one. I've been banging the drum about this guy. He needs to be in that, along with that first team now. Forget the under-23s or wherever he is. Proper in that first team, and he needs proper chances. I'll stick him up there every now and then with Kane. Let Kane nurture him. Let him learn off Kane. The only way he's going to learn.
You know what? Scarlett's probably might be another ask Sid on further down the line, because I'm sure people are going to start asking questions about him at some point. But Sean Snow here, he says he don't like practice. Gaffers don't like players who slack in practice, so he gets slated by the gaffers about his mentality. It's rubbish. I agree. His body language, it just, because I went to that training session at the beginning of the season, and it's his body language. It seems like he doesn't want to be there physically, but mentally he probably is, or the other way around. Physically he's there, but mentally he's not there. And when he just lazes around, his body language, I think, like, was it last season, a couple of games where when he lost the ball or something, and his body language, he just turned and he was like, I'm not interested. He never tracked back. He didn't want to, it looked like he just wanted the ball played to him to move forward. He weren't interested in coming back, helping out if one of our defenders was in the dire or anything like that. He just wants to play. And maybe Mourinho just thought, you know what, I don't want you, I want you to give 100%. Maybe Nuno's thinking the same, that, listen, you're either on board or you're off the train and you're being left at the next station, right? Because at the end of the day, I want players that are going to give me 100%. Look at Dele Alli now. 11 kilometers a game he's running and around the pitch. A lot of people would have never have said that last season about him, but under Nuno, he's doing it, and he's like box to box. I've seen stuff in Dele Alli this season where he's actually coming back helping the defenders. You wouldn't have seen that last season.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
So maybe he needs to look at himself now. Now the two Frenchmen, Aurier and Sissoko, have gone. Maybe now he's been given the last chance saloon, like you said at the beginning, and he's been told, mate, you either do it now or you're gone. Michael A saying he loves Ndombele, but it's a crime he isn't running the show. Shocking, and it really pees him off. Yeah. Again, it does, but at the end of the day, you've got to impress the manager. You have to give the manager some kind of assurances for him to pick you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With as well, if you go back a couple of weeks ago when Nuno said, and the question was put to him, where is Tanguy? What's going on with Tanguy? Yeah. And he said him and his coaching staff have seen that he's not up to that level what they expect the other players, or what they expect to be with the other players, and that's why he's not playing. But now it's changed. It sounds like to me that he has knuckled down the last couple of weeks over the international break. He wants to fight for his place. Look, it sounds like he's got himself in gear, he's got himself ready to start a game. And I said earlier, to me, I think Tottenham done a mistake in Tanguy. Maybe we should have just said when we signed him, give him incentive to play more. Like, just we could have signed, because he's on 200k a week. Said, right, we could have said to him, right, you're on 100k. We'll give you 100k to start off with. You need to prove us, right? And that could have been incentive to work harder to get that 200k. What he wants, you know what I mean? We could have seen probably a better. He's gone straight to 200k, and he's probably thinking, I've got 200k a week. Doesn't bother me. It's saying, and his body language just tells you that as well. So there's no incentive, is there, to go up another level? Do you know what I mean? Because he's already getting 200k, and maybe Tottenham should just manage that bit just a tiny bit more better in the actual wage. But maybe. Go on, Sid.
No, I was going to say, but then again, right? Somebody of his ability, when we bought him from Lyon, like I said to you, the stats. Where's the stats gone again? he 34 games, 31 starts, and he had 31. Well, he had 31 shots in the season and 8 on target, but he played 2,690 minutes in 34 games, right?
He's played most of 90 minutes in it all the time, and
yeah, 100%. That's probably So, what I think I want to know, and probably what you want to know, what the rest of the fans want to know, is why has he all of a sudden dipped in form? What's he not doing in training? Right? Is he not training as hard, or is he training in as hard as everyone else? But is his body language? Because I don't know. Did you go to that training session at the beginning of the season?
No, I said I live up north, so
all
I
right.
don't really get down.
So
I don't
basically,
really get down.
Yeah, I was there. Right now, they were doing their own little pocket sessions, and there was one session where they were playing 8v8 or 7v7. Right? You know the or was it? Yeah, something like that. And 3 teams, and they would just play around, and then winner stays on, basically. And there was one incident where he got the ball, he done his business, and Dyer came in and he took him out.
I've seen the little clip. Yeah,
right.
And he got really angry about it, innit?
He got angry, and then I think they lost that game, so they had to come off. As he's coming off, he's strolling off. Right, he's not come off with his teammates. He's gone straight on his own. He's sat down. Then he's got up. He's got a bottle, and he's just thrown it across the other side of the pitch, right? And then he sat down and he's proper angry, yeah? And I think Dyer went over to him and whatever to apologize, and he was having none of it, right? But to me, that from the stands, that looked like he was being a little child, because at the end of the day, you're playing a competitive game. Dyer's gone in for a challenge, fair enough. Dyer might have gone a little bit OTT, but again, Dyer's got things to prove. So he's done that. And Ndombele should have just been everybody else, just got on with it, yeah, and sorted it out later on. Not in front of all the fans, not in front of everyone, not in front of Nuno. First training session, Nuno's probably thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? Yeah. I've held an open session, and this is what he's doing. How am I now supposed to pick this player? Because he's showing petulance and he's doing this, that, the other, you know? And then after that, he wasn't sort of into the training anymore. And I'm like, you know what, mate? You've paid 60 million for you. You're on 200 grand a week. Earn your money. Get your back into that first team. And everyone adores you. Yeah. You've just named yourself Ndom Gascoigne, right? Yeah. Everyone adores you. So go and play. Go and show people how good you are, because he could be a world beater if he wanted to.
Absolutely.
You know?
We've seen it. We know what ability he's got, and what I've seen as well. It just reminds me of Gascoigne. It just reminds me of the way he travelled with the ball, and moved with the ball, and this league. The guys are fun. Maybe Sid. Maybe he's coming from the French league, and it's not the greatest of leagues, is it? It's slow as well. I wouldn't say it's slow, but nowhere near to what the Premier League, and maybe that's hit him. Yeah. Maybe the toughness and the speed of the Premier League. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe we've been too hard on him. Maybe as fans have been too hard on him. Because there's certain players in the past who hasn't got really going until the second, third season, and they've gone into like the same as like Thierry Henry. Everyone thought he was going to be a blowout, but then look what he did over the last. I think he kicked in his second season, or I think back end of that, and look what he done. Maybe we are being a bit too hard on him. Maybe we've got to think and to step back and say, listen, he's come from the French league into the best league in the world. I mean, it's fast, it's toughness, it's hard. Maybe when he needs to find himself, and maybe when he does find himself and he gets up to that level, he can be the player that was what we paid £64 million for, Sid. And I think that's.
I totally agree with you. Sean here saying you earn your money in the game, not in practice. To quote Alan Iverson, practice. Yeah, but you do. But then you've got to get into the team, into the game
first. Absolutely, to earn your pocket money on the pitch.
Exactly. I mean, for me, he looked like he wanted to go, right? He wanted to go. He was making all the noises. We don't know what's been going on in the background. Obviously, there's more to it than meets the eye. We'll never know. It will never come out. However, I think having Sissoko and Aurier there as well, I don't know what influence they had on him, because it seemed like the French contingents, I'm not putting Loris in there because Hugo, I think, is on a different planet to everyone else. And I think he probably wouldn't have gone into his head or whatever. But when them two were there, he was making all the noises. I want to leave, I want to leave. Now, Daniel Levy, I don't know, Paratici, Daniel Levy tried to sell him, or whether the asking price was too much. Nothing materialized. We got rid of Sissoko. Aurier's gone. We bought him out of his contract. And now, all of a sudden, Ndombele today has said, I'm going to stay and fight for my place and earn my place back. So, yeah.
No, I don't think in a million years Daniel Levy would have gave up on Tanguy. I think that's all talk that was.
Yeah.
Not in a million years. I mean, he's turned around to Paratici. Listen, I paid 64 million quid for this guy.
64 million quid.
I'm not just chucking it down the drain, or I'm giving them away for a swap deal with Kessie. Not a chance. When people were getting excited over swapping for Kessie, they're different players. Kessie just reminds you of like a Pierre or a Skip, was an older midfielder. He ain't got the ability what Tanguy's got. So to me, that would have been a wrong deal anyway. But Daniel Levy would never done deals like that.
No.
Considering he's only paid 64 million quid for him a couple of seasons ago, you know what I mean? To me, never thought of selling him. I think get him right. And that's probably what Daniel would have said to Nuno and Paratici, and just get his head right. No one tell him straight. You've got no more chances now. This is it now.
This is it.
Time's up.
And I think he's realised that the summer window's gone.
Yeah.
And going back to what you said about Kessie, right? We were linked with him, buying him, right? All this business about Ndombele going the other way, I think was absolute crap, because why would we swap him in January for Kessie when Kessie's available for free in the summer?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Kessie's a very good player. Very good player.
But why would you swap him for Ndombele when you can get him for free?
Absolutely. We could have signed a pre-contract agreement in January and get him on a free. So, yeah, it was, and Daniel Levy would have never done things like that. You know, he's a good businessman. I mean, no matter what you want to say about Daniel Levy on other parts of how he acts, but on the business side, mate, he's one of the best at it, and he's a shrewd man. He knows what he's doing, and he'll never done that deal.
I totally agree with you. We've got a question here from one of my colleagues, Sam_Spurs for Life. He's saying,
yes, sir.
Yeah, top man. Is Tanguy committed to Spurs, or do you think he's going in January or next summer? What do you think, Sam?
Committed. You
think he's committed?
Yes. People will be looking at it now, saying, "Oh no," because the transfer window's gone. Now he's piped up. He wants to get, as you said, he's going the transfer, and that I can see where the fans are coming from, but I can't see him wanting to leave. I really don't. Okay, when the sources are coming out, how he wants to go, he's not happy. I don't believe none of these sources. I mean, I think it's just rubbish. Seriously, just trying to get a story going. But I think he's fully committed. Me personally, I just think we need to get him right. Me personally.
So, fully committed for the foreseeable future, or until January, or until summer, or beyond that?
For the future,
Yeah,
obviously.
For the future.
Just Daniel Levy will look at it again, Sid, and say, listen, especially if he starts to perform now, he's 23 years old. He's still got a massive part to play in this Tottenham squad, and I can see. And as I said back there, what I'd said there, I just think he's just finding life a bit hard at the minute. It's a massive change for him. You've got to think about these foreign players. Some of them come over and hit the ground running. Sid. Some of them need a bit of time, and maybe people may say, "Well, he's had time," but some players need a bit more. You know what I mean? And I think that's why I want to give him one more. I'm giving him one more season, one more chance under Nuno. And let's see where he can. I think he'll flourish. I really do. I think once we can get his right, I think he'll be. That's it. I think he'll be the best midfielder in the league once he gets to that hype again.
So you think he's committed, right? We've got Mole Joe here. He's saying he's committed to 200 grand a week. You're gonna get these comments like this. Yeah. Sean Snow saying no other club's gonna pay him 200 grand a week, which I agree as well.
Lots of ways you can look at it, and obviously everyone will be happy. I'll be happy. 200k for it, but now Jesus Christ, you'll be happy, innit? But
yeah,
I just think I think he's here for the future. I mean,
yeah.
23 years old, he's too young to give up on.
Do you know,
If he wasn't showing, Sid, if he wasn't showing no ability at this time now, he's been here 2 seasons, or was it 2.5? Something like that. I don't know how long he's been there. Yeah, it's been 2
2 seasons.
If he's showing no ability whatsoever, and you'll say, listen, he's been here this time now, he's showing nothing. I mean, like a Winks sort of type. You know what I mean? Just he's got loads of enthusiasm, but don't do nothing for the team.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. But we know, and Daniel Levy knows it as well. And I think, as I keep saying, he'll be drilling into Nuno and say, listen, I've seen it for myself what a talent this guy is. Get the best out of him. I'll pay you a lot of money as well. You got to get the best out of this player. You know what I mean?
100%. And I also agree with you what Omandi Juma 16 is saying. He needs to show character and get his head down. 100%. He needs to.
Yes, the other guy from Paxton Road. Yeah.
He definitely needs to put his head down, because you know what?
I totally agree with that comment. Yeah. I absolutely totally agree.
100%. Because everyone's seen the potential. Everyone's seen the potential. People have seen him play, and you wouldn't want someone of his ability to just rot away and just end up somewhere obscure and forgotten about. He has got the opportunity at Tottenham. You've got players. You've got Hugo in goal. We've just bought Romero. You've got Hill, Son, Kane, Højbjerg. Yeah. Bergwijn, Mora. You've got all of these, Dele Alli. You've got all of these players, right? Why wouldn't you want to play with them and try and integrate? You know,
absolutely, Sid. Absolutely. And you forgot Emerson. Emerson.
This is it.
I watched a few better games last season, and he is a good player. He reminds me of a Kyle Walker sort of type player. He's a beat. And as another player, you can say that Tanguy will like players like this because they're forward-thinking players. You know what I mean? He plays like Tanguy. Do you know what I mean? And
I mean, as far as I'm aware, or as far as I'm concerned, we've had enough of this. And Ndombele is not playing anymore. Where is he? Where's he gone? He needs to come out of hiding, right? As Delia Smith said, where are you? Where are you? Let's be having you. Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if he plays on Saturday and he has a decent game, whether he plays 20 minutes, whether he plays 60 minutes or the full game, and he has a decent game, you then got Thursday, you get more match practicing on Thursday. Then if he unleashes himself against Chelsea and has an absolute world beater of a game, fans are going to be purring his name out, mate. They're going to be loving him.
And do you know what as well, Sid? It'd be funny I would love that. I would just love it now. I would literally, because I back this player to the hill. You know what I mean? And I would love that because I've seen so many fans, so many snowflakes around here, seriously, being just, get rid of him, and all that. These would be the fans who will be saying, wow, what a world. This player is the best player. I just can't wait for that because these fans will turn very quickly. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, on a final note, everyone, thank you for joining in. If you've got any questions, if you've got any opinions on what we've been discussing today, just leave it in the comments box. I will try and get through all of them. Not only that, if you've got anything else you want to ask Sid, anything Tottenham related, please, I'm on Sid Spurs at Twitter. You can leave the comments box here. Contact any of the Paxton Road TV crew, and we'll obviously every week's going to be a different topic, so we'll try and go through as many as you can. The more input we get from you watching, the more we can talk about. If you keep firing away the questions as well, we'll try and answer them. The whole point of Ask Sid is to get obviously a guest on board and all your questions in, so we can all answer the questions as a collective. If you're not happy with our answers, just tell us. But it's good to talk, and we can discuss it further. On this note, I'd like to thank Simon. Thank you very much for coming on tonight. Where can people find you, and what do you get up to?
Yes, firstly, mate, thanks for having me on. It's been great speaking about one of our best midfielders we've got at this club. I mean, and people need to start realising what a great talent this guy is, and start showing support. You know what I mean? So it's good chat that was said. You know what I mean? Tanguy. And just firstly, just go over to Sid and Paxton Road. Seriously, they're doing great things, guys. They're nearly up 1,000k now. Let's push them over the line. And yeah, if you want to see me and Matt, we're at Premier Hotspur TV on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we don't do match previews. We leave like things like this. These stats men like to Sid and things like that. We don't really. Matt will come up with a stat every now and then, but now just more previews, just more talks, fans call-ins and things like that, and watch-alongs every now and then. But yeah, so I want to get over, subscribe to our channel.
Wicked. You know what it is? It's good to talk, and you can have discussions, and you can have as much discussions as you want. But if you've got a little bit of stats here and there, I mean, I could have got loads of more stats on him, but I didn't want to bore people. I just thought what matters in terms of appearances, match games, stats, shots. That's all we want to know, and we can compare. That's it. You know. But just like to thank everyone that joined us today. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Up the Spurs on Friday. And before I leave, just a quick reminder. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and leave your comments below, as I said before. So on that note, thank you very much for having us, and we shall see you next Friday. Take care, everyone, and have a good one.